What's up YouTube, Biz Matthew here, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why you should not be a wholesaler, or maybe reconsider whether you want to do wholesaling real estate. Now this video is just in response to different DMs and questions that I get from you all, and I notice a common theme among a lot of them, and that's a lot of you all bring misconceptions into just starting out wholesaling real estate. Like for example, the amount of money you're going to make, when you're going to get your first deal, and the different paperwork involved, and if it's something that you want to do long term. Because I know when I first started wholesale real estate, I brought a lot of misconceptions, ideals that I had, or different goals that I wanted to make even before really knowing the business and working into it. So hopefully this video can shed some light on that, and you can think about if wholesaling real estate is actually something you want to do. So if you all find any value from this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. All right, so the first reason why you should not be a wholesaler is if you're non-confrontational. So a non-confrontational person can't really deal with problems that may arise among other people. They shy away from that. They're nervous. They don't want to be upfront and direct with people. They like to avoid a certain situation in order to solve it. But in wholesaling real estate, number one, you're dealing with people, and people are not predictable, okay? Most people are not predictable, so you're dealing with personalities from the sellers, most of all, because you're looking to buy someone's house at a discount. A lot of people are not going to have the best outlook on that, and so you have to learn, and you have to have tough skin in order to submit a decent offer to a seller and just see how they respond. You have to, number two, deal with buyers, your cash buyers. You're dealing with real estate investors who have bought houses before, and they see you, a newbie, and maybe some of them may be open to taking advantage of you. You never know, and so you have to be able to confront things face on. So that's like dealing with the people. And then number three, the deals itself. You're solving problems when you're wholesaling real estate. You're helping someone get out of a situation, whether it's a pre-foreclosure, whether it's a tax delinquent. You have to confront that situation also. So in general, if your personality type or character, you don't like to confront things, or you never done it in the past, or you're not even open to doing it more in your personal life, if you're not open to doing that, then you should really reconsider whether you want to start the business of wholesaling real estate. And then another thing with being non-confrontational is that sometimes you have problems with other wholesalers, right? Like, hey, I see that you're advertising my house. This is my house. I got it under contract. And you have to learn how to talk to that person, that other wholesaler, in a respectful way, but also in an assertive way. And I'm not saying that you have to be like this aggressive, go-getter type of person, but you have to understand that, you know, in this game, you have to speak with authority. You have to show respect to other people and have people show respect to you. Let me tell you all, these things can be learned. Some people just with experiences since they were young, they're just naturally like that. But other people, you just learn by doing it time and time again. And so don't worry if you're just naturally not that way. If you really want to do this business, you just have to understand how to confront people and situations the right way and go head on. It's always good to go straight to the point and be direct, especially when problem arises, like for example, during closing, and you just want all the facts to be laid out and not beat around the bush with things. All right, so the second reason I want to talk about why you should not be a wholesaler is if you don't have money for the startup costs, right? So a lot of people say you don't need money for this business, right? You don't need money to start and close wholesale deals. But in reality, you do need some money. So if you're very short on cash, if you don't have much money to even pay your rent, to pay your different utility bills, you should really reconsider doing wholesaling, because I truly believe that in this business, you do need a little bit of capital, probably $1,000 or $2 to start up this business, to either set up your phone dialer if you're cold calling or if you're texting, and get a list from PropStream, for example, link down below. PropStream, like a website where you can get different leads and sellers that you can market to, that you can cold call, that you can send mail to see if they're interested in selling their property. So this business does include some startup costs related to marketing, just like what I just spoke about. And also, let's say you need money for a deposit or something. Let's say it's a really hot deal. In today's market, it's a seller's market, you all. And so wholesalers are, have to have as much of an advantage as they possibly can. And so a lot of wholesalers are putting EMDs down, $5,000, $10,000, telling the seller, hey, I'll put money down. I'm going to the title company to put this money down. And that gives them that competitive advantage. I don't think as beginners you have to worry about that part so much, but there is a startup cost, especially with marketing, because how are you going to contact your sellers, right? Even like driving for dollars, it's good to use an app. Yes, there are different free ways that you can do it using Google Maps. I have different videos on that, but like for example, using Deal Machine, also another good company to use. If you're looking to drive for dollars, link down below. Yeah, there's some startup costs, so you should really reconsider being a wholesaler if you don't have enough capital to start. And honestly, you can start with as low as like $500. It's not much though. So the barrier of entry is pretty small. So the third reason I want to talk about why you should not be a wholesaler is if you're not patient, right? Getting your first deal may not happen as soon as you think, right? And that can disappoint you, that can frustrate you, right? That can make you down and reconsider whether you're a wholesaler or not, or whether you want to do this business or not. And so in wholesaling real estate, your first deal may take longer than what you expect. And so make sure you know that before coming into this business. I wish someone told me that when I first started, because all I was hearing online is, hey, you'll get your first deal in 30 days. No money down, we got you, and all that. I think if I was more realistic with my goals, it would have helped me get actually a deal sooner than what I expected. In my video on how I got my first deal, I talked about how it took me 8 months to get my first deal. And I think if I was more realistic, I would have just been patient and not take breaks during those 8 months, because I felt like after a month and I didn't get a deal, I kind of took a break because I was like, what am I doing? Like, I just wasted a whole month. I didn't get any money from this. So the next reason I want to talk about why you should reconsider being a wholesaler is that if you are more on the shy, timid type of person, but introverted people can be a wholesaler. I think I'm an introvert 100%, but I think if you don't like networking with people, then wholesaling is probably not your thing. Because number one, you have to build rapport with the seller, right? You have to be able to connect the dots. You don't have to be like the super bubbly type of personality. You can be chill and calm still, but you have to know how to create connections with other people, especially with your sellers, so they can trust you and they can go with you as a business person. Number two, with networking, you have to network with your cash buyer, right? Your cash buyers want someone that they can trust with their money, that knows can bring them good deals. And also you have to network with other wholesalers, right? So you guys partner with each other, share each other's cash buyers list, and just create more events where you can include buyers to come, so you all can know who are the big players in town that you can sell your deals to. So with all of that, all those people you need to know, networking is very important. So I would say you should not be a wholesaler if you don't like networking with people. I think shy and timid people can be a wholesaler, but you just have to be able to come out your box a little bit for the sake of the business, for the sake of wholesaling real estate. So the next reason I want to talk about why you should not be a wholesaler is if you're in it only for the money. Now check it. Obviously, I joined this business. I wanted to make money, right? I wanted to live off of real estate income, right? But I think the thing with only focusing on the money is that you burn out easily, right? Let's say after a month or two, you don't have that deal, you don't have money, you don't continue on, right? So there has to be a deeper reason why, right? Is it because of your family? Is it because you want time? Is it you just want to be your own boss, right? Is it because you want to eventually get into real estate rentals or flipping or new construction? So there has to be a bigger motivating factor beyond just making money in this business. Yes, the money is great. You can make a ton of money doing it, but you have to understand that you are impacting people's life with what you do, the different service you provide. And so not only looking at money, all right? That's a good way if you really want to be a great wholesaler that lasts long, well, not necessarily wholesaler, because people can be a wholesaler just in the beginning, but their ultimate goal is to like hold rentals or flip property, and you eventually get there. It's just like the gateway to the different things in real estate. So really reconsider being a wholesaler if you're just in it for the money. Next thing, the final thing I want to talk about why you should not be a wholesaler is if you don't take risks, if you're not a risk taker, right? I think people in this business, they have more of that DNA where they're okay with like, hey, I'm going to invest $1,000 into this business, which is a risk, right? You don't know if you're going to make that $1,000 back, but you're still doing it and you're acting out, you're working at it. So you have the belief and you have the action behind accomplishing the goal of getting your first deal or getting multiple deals. There has to be some risk. There's risk in going in random people's houses, especially in certain areas where guns are freely used and different things like that. And also in just networking and putting yourself out there, putting your face on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and different things like that. Like, hey, I buy houses, even though I'm not buying, I haven't did a deal yet, I'm still buying houses. I'm a wholesaler. That's what I'm doing. And so there's a little bit more of that risk taking that you have to have in order to be a wholesaler. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you all like most about this video, okay? Or which of the points you resonate with most. And let me know, are you a wholesaler? Are you going to be a wholesaler? Have you gotten your first deal? Let me know down below. All right, you all. Talk to you all later. Peace.